Hello there, my name is Tom and welcome to another cryptocurrency update. Now in this video I really want to share with you quite a few things, both short-term as well as very long-term, and very important stuff. If you're a Bitcoin holder or a Bitcoin trader, you really want to watch this video till the end because this stuff is very important. I'm going to show you a very interesting proof that Bitcoin is not dying just yet. And also I'm going to share what's going on with my current short trade and just my overall view to the market as of right now. And please, as always, do hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you're notified when I make a new upload. And also do follow me on Twitter. A lot of cool stuff is happening there as well. And just follow the verified Twitter account, not the other ones, because I have a bunch of fake accounts all over social media, and stay aware of those and don't be naive. Okay, so let's just jump right into the action. So as you might remember, let's go to a smaller time frame. Well, right here, if you're new to my YouTube channel, I strongly suggest watching my previous videos and watching them from the beginning till the end and actually paying attention to what I'm saying and what I'm showing so that you're never confused. Okay, so again, we have this falling wedge right here, and right now we have a lot of resistance happening right here at this falling wedge, and everybody's watching it and thinking what's going on, what's going to happen. And there is also an increased amount of volume, which is actually quite an interesting thing because this is actually quite a bullish thing in my personal opinion. And yesterday I had a very strong short trade, which was very technical, very precise, very spot on. And by the way, do let me know, guys and girls, those who actually took it as well together with me and made nice money, do let me know down in the comments, because I'm always very happy when my subscribers and followers are making money off of my predictions and my examples of my trades and what I'm doing. So right here we actually are seeing some volume, so that's quite nice, but nonetheless we're still are faced with a lot of resistance right here at this time. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. In here, not really that an increase, no increase in volume just as of right now. But again, it's only, there are still a few days left, so we'll see what happens. And this kind of a candle with a very small body could be quite interesting for us to see how this unfolds in the weekly chart later on. But nonetheless, let's go to a smaller time frame and let's take a look at what happened. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened with my trade. So as you might remember from yesterday, from my previous YouTube video, and check it out, I had a very nice, I've traded this beautiful false break with a small short trade of about 3 Bitcoin or about $100,000. It went in my favor real nicely, and I was actually thinking that I should probably keep it for longer. But I saw that, let's go to the hourly chart so you understand my view to the current situation. I'm going to explain my thought process because a lot of people have been asking me to explain my thought process behind my trades because, again, trading is very discretionary. So, so for that, guys and girls, please do like this video. Let's get to those 1,000 likes, and a lot of our videos are actually getting out into the algorithm, and one of the videos got like 17,000 views or 18,000 views. So this is amazing, and all of that is thanks to your comments and likes. So let's keep it up, and thank you very much. Okay, so here we have this very important key market level. It sort of is a floating key market level. It's really difficult to work with it, but nonetheless, so it's at about $35,728. So why is this important? I mean, we had a bunch of confirmations here, here, and here, and also here, here, then here, and just now here as well. So I misjudged it quite a bit, to be honest, because I was giving more power to the daily chart and the overall situation in terms of the fundamentals in the market. So I was hoping to see this nice and clean move downward to our initial bearish target of about $30,000, and it had a very interesting reject, just like we had this rejection here, and we moved cleanly down beautifully, and we also had this beautiful rejection here, and I decided to short Bitcoin from here with a systematic entry, which I showed you before. I'm going to show you again, and I thought it's going to be a clean move downward, but it wasn't really that very clean, and I got kicked out of it. Let me just go back to the hourly chart right here. So I've taken this false break as it moved into my favor again. At this point here, I was really happy because I had about like $5,000 of profit on my side, $4,500, $5,000, and it was real nice. Then I saw this potential support here, and I was a bit worried about it. But again, I thought that if we're gonna bounce off of it, maybe we're gonna do something like this and then finally go down. And my take profit was around 33,000, and that would have made me about $12,000 in just a few days of work. That's nice, right? So, but unfortunately, it bounced off of real hard. And my stop loss, actually, I calculated that if these waves are going to be reducing and going like this, then I actually pulled my stop very systematically in accordance to my trading algorithm and my proper risk and money management, just doing it systematically and not abruptly and randomly. I actually, my stop loss was around somewhere in this area because I could afford to move it to this area. So when it moved real hard against me, then I was stopped out with a profit of about only $2,000. Okay, so I haven't taken this. I could have taken my take profit here. I could have set out my take profit at this potential strong support, but I believe that if we're gonna bounce off of it and then move down. So that was my view to the market. So instead of making $12,000 as I was hoping, I made only $2,000. But nonetheless, I mean, 1,000 here, 3,000 there, 500 here. It adds up real quickly. So this month I've done really well. So that's amazing, and I hope that you guys done amazing as well. So and then, obviously, we faced a lot of resistance during the night, in Dubai at least, depending on your time zone. We faced a lot of resistance right here. Again, I mean, just as expected. And we are currently moving down. And the only chance to maybe to try to re-enter was this, trying to trade this false break of going down. But again, it's just starting to turn into a floaty level, and again we are going higher in a very short-term perspective. Again, we still have to analyze this in a systematic manner. So maybe you could have taken this false break, but then you probably would have been stepped out here, maybe not, depending on your risk and money management and your expectations from a given trade. Then the second opportunity maybe was this one, but again, it's just not as clean and beautiful as I like to see them, or something like this here. So, well, maybe in a very short-term perspective, if you really zoom in, you could find yourself an interesting entry of this bounce right here. Could be just as a thought. But again, our current target right now, as it has been proven since yesterday, is going to certainly be the first thing we want to see broken, is going to be this one right here, which actually got me kicked out from my trade the other night. So this is number one, and then obviously we have to get through the volume that is standing in this area. So past 33K, I would say, is our next target in a very short-term perspective. And then obviously our major target, which I was hoping for to see in my short trade, perhaps to actually extend it and see 30K here, and then potentially a bounce upward. But this is what it seems like that's what it's going to be doing, because we're seeing this big rejection here, and that's what I was saying yesterday. I just didn't anticipate this bounce to be so hard that that would have been actually kicked out. But that's it. Your risk and money management, it is what it is. Again, if you've made a few $1,000s on it, don't beat yourself over it. It still is to a few $1,000s. Okay, so this is the short-term perspective. Now, I want to share with you the two very important things that I'm going to be looking at and paying attention to for the long-term perspective. Because a lot of people in the comments I'm seeing on Twitter and in Telegram and on YouTube and Instagram, people are saying, Thomas, Bitcoin is dead. This is a scam. It's never going to be doing anything. But okay, so let's take a look at two metrics. Well, actually, one is a metric and the other one is not a metric. But nonetheless, let's go to this one right here. So this is Bitcoin entity adjusted dormancy flow. And you're like, blah, 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 what does this mean? Okay, so let me just put it in perspective and explain what it is. And the best way to explain it is to actually go to this Glassnode Academy explanation and take a look at it. So, example application. High dormancy values may indicate a state of distribution or realized profits by smart money, long-term holders or hodlers selling to new entrants. So this is basically when the high dormancy values, when they're high, just like, for example, we are seeing in this area, maybe this area or these areas, this is where big hodlers could be selling off to the newcomers to the market, which is actually not that very good. That means that they're taking their profits. in just very simple layman terms. Now, low dormancy values actually indicate a state of increased long-term holder conviction as hodlers acquire young coins off of the market, or at the very least stop spending their old coins. So basically, in the other very simple layman terms, when this dormancy flow is low, it means good. So that's good for Bitcoin. So whenever we would see this bottom out, this would be our absolute bottom. So historically, again, guys and girls, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor here, so do your own analysis. I'm just sharing what I see, what I understand, and you have to explore the market on your own or become one of my students and learn how to do all of that yourself. Links down in the description. So, and also as you can see here, as it bottomed out, it was pretty much the bottom right here in 2015. This was the bottom right here in 2011. Take a look. I mean, these numbers are not lying. So, and the same thing here in 2018, we bottomed out. This was our bottom right here. And again, we're going into this box right now with Bitcoin yet again. So again, as we can see, we still have the room to go. So we could go a bit lower, certainly. So we might touch the bottom of this box. And that's why my previous prediction of anywhere from $25,000 to $30,000 could be that last bottom if you look at this entity adjusted dormancy flow. So that's thing number one really to pay attention to. And again, I am really convinced that this is a very interesting metric that is telling a huge story to us right now. Then also, again, I was tracking the whales. None of the whales are selling anything. Big whales are still buying. So that's something you have to keep in mind right now. Also, let's take a look at this, which is something I wanted to mention as well, and you guys requested it in the previous video in the comments. And please do comment below whatever you want me to take a look at and analyze, etc. I know, as always, I mean, if you want to be trading actively like I'm doing, the trades that I'm showing and the money that I'm making, then down in the description you'll find my exclusive link to Bybit, which you can use to register, open an account within 20 seconds, make your first initial deposit, and after which you can go to the rewards hub and claim incredible rewards in real money and get up to $4,100 in free bonuses. Plus, right now, exclusively with my link, you also get up to 30% discount on commission fees, which is gonna save you thousands, or even depending on how big you are, millions of dollars. So use my Bybit link and register. So now, ARK Invest, something that I wanted to mention, and you guys and girls were asking me in the comments yesterday. This is you asked for my opinion. So ARK Invest predicts that Bitcoin price is going to hit $1 million by 2030. So, and you know, people who are anti-Bitcoin and who are Bitcoin red short people, you know, who are shorting Bitcoin constantly on a long-term basis, and they're going to be shorting it until $1,000 because Bitcoin is going to be dead. It's a scam. It's a pyramid, etc. Well, those people are going to scream at me in the comments saying that, Thomas, this is insane. But to be honest, well, number one, ARK Invest is one of the most famous funds in the world in general, and they are specializing in high-risk assets and tech stocks, etc. So, and basically the future. Katie Wood, I cannot say that I love Katie Wood, but she does have a point about a lot of the assets that I personally agree with. And I do agree that by 2030, we'll get to at least $1 million. This seems very reasonable. We can even go past $1 million. Now, people are very focused on the current situation, on the current price. They're looking at the weekly chart and they're saying, wow, we came from $3,000. Well, Bitcoin actually was cheap right here and maybe here, but Bitcoin definitely is not cheap right now. Look how high we are. Well, but guys and girls, you have to understand that this price movement right here happened just within a few halving sessions. So just halving happened just a few times. Do you understand how many halvings there still are in the future? And the whole situation that is going on with the world and with the dollar, with the currency, with the banks, and the mainstream adoption of crypto that is coming, it's incredible. I mean, it's gonna take only one good reason for Bitcoin to actually go past $100,000. And I still think that our bull run is not finished just yet, because these cycles, they are being extended. And right now, yeah, it's not really looking that very good, and we might go to like 25K. Maybe. But this bull cycle, in my personal opinion, is still not finished, because as we can see by the cycles after halving, each time the Bitcoin halves, we have a certain amount of time when we actually reach a peak, and this time is being extended. And again, it's, you can check this in the history of the charts, and right now we still have time, and by logic and all the how the market is behaving, we should still see a higher peak perhaps in 2022, so this year. But again, not a financial advice, just the way I'm seeing this. But once we see the first ETF actually allowed and released in the world, so that actually pension funds and all these trillions of dollars will get direct access to Bitcoin, that's it. We are going to, at least by 2024, the next halving, we're going to be going to at least $500,000, 300,000 to $500,000. And then after the next halving, which again by 2030, we'll see $1 million. That's for sure. Is the world going to be banning crypto? Russia, I mean, the central bank said that they might be banning crypto, but then Ministry of Finance came out and saying nope. And then also the State Duma came out and said nope. And the same thing goes for United States. So do you think United States is going to ban crypto? No, because they really don't want to miss out on this $1 trillion opportunity for their own economy, and will find a way to tax it, etc. So just like with wheat, you know, wheat has always been illegal, but now it's legal. So the same thing is here. So I believe this is just a short-term correction, which can go a bit deeper for sure, but I don't think that this is the end of Bitcoin for sure. And we definitely are going to get to $1 million per Bitcoin within the next 10 years. And I do agree with ARK Invest, and I do trust them. And just in general, right now, if you think about it, if you compare the price of Bitcoin, this is very important, if you compare the price of Bitcoin somewhere in this area, you'll say, okay, I'm ready to buy Bitcoin if it comes to $8,000. Okay, I mean, I'm going to put the whole my life savings into Bitcoin if it comes to $8,000. But it only seems reasonable, and it seems cheap compared to, I don't know, our current price. But if a potential upside is $1 million per coin, then is $36,000 really that expensive? I mean, not at all. It's gonna seem just like buying Bitcoin in this area right here in 2020. So, and that's what it's gonna look like to you after it actually explodes, after all the shorters and those who are saying Bitcoin is dead are gonna go and do whatever it is they're doing in their free time. And once it actually goes upward like crazy with a crazy momentum, then this is exactly what it's going to start looking. And then you're gonna wish in this area right here, you're gonna say, damn it, I should have bought Bitcoin here, or maybe, you know, if it goes down a little bit, the best place would have been to buy here. But that's just the way it is. And I mean, this is how history has played out many, many times. So stay smart, stay rich, and please do let me know down in the comments if you've enjoyed this video, and if I should make more of these longer ones of talking and explaining my view, short term as well as long term, and what's going on. And thank you for watching. Peace and love. Thomas Crollo. Best of luck in the markets. Cheerio!